Hi everyone, this is Dmitro, your English tutor. In this short lesson, let us practice the skill of identifying the main idea of a passage at Duolingo English Test in the section Reading, in the subsection Interactive Reading, and specifically at the question called, as I have said already, select the idea or identify the main idea of the passage. You see, for me personally, it's nothing new, even though Duolingo is more or less a new test, because I've tutored a lot of guys to TOEFL and IELTS, and there are a lot of such questions where you have to select the title for the passage, so nothing special. So my friends, what I want to recommend you here, as maybe always, but especially here, our main judge and main consultant is the so-called common sense and good judgment, because the authors of such questions, they try to create them in such a manner that it's impossible to use any type of a pattern in order to identify something, to sift, to sort. You see, it would be too primitive if you just could follow some type of logic and easily select. It would be not a test of English, but a test of a test. Yeah, this just drawback is peculiar to a lot of tests. Anyhow, the authors try to diversify the approaches in order to make you really think on the spot and off the top of your head. We will now do 2 or 3 real texts together with you. Please try to take a distant part, but a part in this process, not just sleep and listen to my mumble here. Just try to select the variant prior to my decision, and then we will discuss some aspects along our journey. So let's first read, because we have to read, otherwise how can we select anything? I will read it aloud. Please don't judge too severely my accent. So if you are maybe a novice to English and your level is very low, so even here you will find some new words. If your level is advanced, so these texts will seem to you like a piece of cake, nothing special, nothing, just run-of-the-mill writing. Okay, so friends, let's read. Above all, Lenore wanted to be an important part of your company's contract management team. The problem was that they didn't think she was capable of carrying out the job. Often, when she requested a larger role on the team, they turned her down. Perhaps that was because even though Lenore worked hard and got all her assignments done on time, she always seemed stressed out. One day, one of the managers approached her and asked her what was wrong. Lenore said that she wanted to do more, but the company wasn't giving her a chance. The manager asked her if she thought the company should consider giving her a bigger role in the team, and she said she would be thrilled if they did. He told her not to worry and that he would speak to the rest of the team. Lenore was overjoyed. Okay, such a simple text, yes. The skill of thinking globally, broadly, is the skill inherent not in all guys, not in all people. I personally feel that I possess the skill from my childhood. I don't know how, why, and so on. Maybe I have some ideas, but I don't want to bother you with this philosophy. A lot of guys, they are like engineers, they have a task and they accomplish it beautifully and marvelously, but they are not able to view this paradigm, the broad paradigm, from the side, from some vantage point, from the bird's eye view, yes, in order to sift the main points. So this task asks you to be global, broad, philosophical, but at the same time to sift some rubbish, which is always presented here. So let's try to do it. So we have 4 variants, yeah. Some of them are, let's call them distractors. So let's call only one a proper one, yes, a correct one. All others are distractors. There are different types of those distractors. We may call them primitive distractors, intricate distractors, sophisticated distractors, idiotic, stupid distractors. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that sometimes those distractors are quite sophisticated, and when you're under stress, especially as is with Duolingo, because you have a very limited time, of course, then the more you peer, the more you stare in all those errands, the more they seem to you to be feasible, and plausible, every one of them. So that's why try to be like a cold-blooded, cold-hearted robot, but with the ability to think global, as I have told. Okay, let's read. Lenore wanted to get a new job because she wasn't being given enough responsibility at her current one. Lenore wanted to get a new job because she wasn't being given enough responsibility at her current one. Everything would be fine and fantastic here, but for this phrase, a new job, yeah? It makes me suspicious of something, yeah? Because why a new job? She didn't want a new job. She wanted to have a new role on the team. So is a new role and new responsibilities equal to a new job? Probably no. So you see, I'm voicing and sounding my logic, which in theory happens within 2-3 seconds. And then I proceed to the next question. So this one I don't like, but we will analyze these ones. Maybe, who knows, maybe this is the best. Those will be the most stupid distractors in the world. Lenore's new team was very different from the one she had been on before, but Lenore did her best to learn from them. A distractor, clearly, not a stupid one, but such a medium range. Yes, a lot of words to mislead us, to throw us for a loop. I will not take it, because why new team, old team? Where is here about new, old? Lenore delegated most of her tasks for the reception to her assistant, who was very organized and responsive. Stupid distractor, yeah? Where is the assistant and what reception? Okay, so not B, not C just at once. We have only A and D. Lenore was turned down most of the time when she requested a larger role, and she always seemed stressed out. You see, it's something better. Because Lenore was turned down, they turned her down, you see. Most of the time when she requested a larger role. When she requested a larger role on the team, and she always seemed stressed out. She always seems stressed out. So I will take this one, and I think, guys, that it's obvious. So this text is not a high level, but why should we take high level at once? We don't know your level of English, so why should we? Yes, probably if you're a beginner, if you need 105 for Duolingo, 95, so why should you take? So let's click submit, and we will see whether it's correct or not. Yes, it's correct. If it weren't correct, there would be here would be something red, and here would be a blue, a correct one. So mind you, this is the real text, which has been and even probably may happen again at Duolingo. So appreciate it, please, this invaluable resource. I use it in my private lessons with students. I have students from various countries of the world, beginning from Ukraine and finishing with even Latin America, yes, and everywhere. It doesn't matter, in Africa. So if, by the way, you need urgent assistance, then please address me. I cost some money, but very often we do miracles and wonders with your English, especially for Duolingo. Especially, I love this test. This is my favorite. I love all tests, TOEFLs, IELTS, SATs, but this one, it's so specific and so out of the box, this Duolingo, that I totally love it. Okay, let's take the next text. Let's read it aloud, because it's the only way to get acquainted with it for all of us, and then we will decide with you together. Yeah? Engineers have several tools at their disposal when it comes to building massive structures. By the way, the authors of this resource say that it's a hard level. Okay, let it be hard. One such tool is computers. While you're reading, yeah, you are catching the key words. Engineers, yeah. Tools, yes. Building massive structure, okay. 1, 2, computers, yes. Computer-aided design, CAD programs, are used to develop virtual models of the proposed structure. These models may be used to test different aspects of the design, such as stress on the structure. This type of testing is known as finite element analysis, FEA. FEA can examine the stress on a structure as it is tested under different conditions, including ideal weather on a sunny day, hot, cold, and stormy days, and different elevations. Computer simulations have allowed engineers to test the proposed designs and make changes before construction begins. Also, estimates on how much materials will cost are available before the work begins, saving both materials and labor. Okay, this is a purely technical and managerial text. Of course, it's more serious than the previous one about Lenore. So, but you know, I tell you honestly that it's possible to trick you in primitive words and situations, especially those like mundane, routine situations, like with that Lenore, even easier than with these structures and engineers. Believe me, I have seen it hundreds of times. So we don't underestimate and we don't overestimate any degree of complexity of any text or any task. You never know. Okay, let's see what they want from us. You remember, we are thinking globally, like from a bird's eye view. I look at this. I'm looking at the essence of this. I'm not interested in the details. Though sometimes, of course, they can try to catch us with some details. Computer simulations have allowed engineers to test proposed designs and make changes before construction begins, saving both materials and labor. You know, I love it. I haven't yet read these ones, but computer simulations, yes, allowed engineers to test proposed design before construction begins, to test the proposed design before the construction begins. You know, so primitive. Yes, if it were like that at SAT or TOEFL, it would be like a total feast. Saving both materials and labor, saving both materials. So let's mark it for now, but never, please, never mark it and go on. Always, please, just 2-3 seconds, check it because the authors of the questions, they may design them in such a fashion that just to catch you, like to make you click it and go on, and there is a mistake. Engineers are responsible for the design of new buildings, bridges, dams, canals, skyscrapers, and other methods. It's it's a medium level, polite, decent distractor. So it's not idiotic, it's something, but it sounds very clever, but the text is not about this. The text is more about computer simulations, not about what engineers are responsible for. Yeah, okay. Engineers must design buildings that are tall enough to be safe, but also sturdy enough to withstand earthquakes and other natural disasters. Again, another normal, good distractor. Good old distractor, yes. Yeah, we understand from this text that engineers design buildings and some like withstand earthquakes, but this is more about computers and simulations. Engineers use mathematics to solve complex problems and ensure that the plans are properly constructed before they are built. Why plans are constructed? I don't understand. Maybe plans. Okay, let it be. Mathematics. You know, there is not so much here about mathematics, don't you think? Yeah. So no. Again, another distractor. So there are no stupid distractors here, but normal good distractors. So I have ascertained that this one is the best, and I'm sure it is. So let's click submit. By the way, what do you think? Do you agree with me or not? It's very important. Yes, it's correct. And let's do one more today, and that will be all. We will call it a day after that. So medium. Okay, let it be medium. Brenda had been practicing occupational therapy for about 1.5 years. She enjoyed her work so much that she decided to forge ahead in her career and seek out a more clinical position so that she could deepen her knowledge of the field. She also wanted to work with more patients, so she applied for and got a job at a rehabilitation hospital in another city. Her new job would be good experience. She would be working with people who could no longer work or live on their own as they had once done. She knew it would be challenging for her as well as her patients, but she welcomed the opportunity and looked forward to working with them. Nothing special, nothing extremely difficult. Yes. So key ideas. Brenda, occupational therapy, but she wanted forge ahead, this like an idiom and phrasal verb. Forge ahead, like to develop her career, yes, to advance. And that's why she applied for and got, you see, very important, not just applied, but got a job at a rehabilitation hospital. She would be working with more patients, especially with those who cannot live already and work on their own. It would be challenging for her and for her patient, but she loved the opportunity. Okay, so these are the key ideas. Let's read please the variants. Brenda had been practicing occupational therapy for about 1.5 years when she decided to get more education in the field. Sounds okay. If to look very fast at this, like we may not like the word education, but because there is no indication, but there is, so that she could deepen her knowledge of the field. To deepen the knowledge of the field equals more or less to get education in the field. So let's mark it for now, but we will look through anyway. Brenda was so confused that she decided to wait until someone could come teach her what she needed to do. Stupid distractor, yeah? Primitive stupid distractor. She wasn't confused. She, like, what to do, who teach? No. Brenda's co-workers were also great teachers, but they didn't have the same passion for her work as she did. Stupid distractors. What co-workers? Yes, who great teachers? Brenda enjoys taking care of her mother and wants to make a difference in the lives of other people as well. Another stupid distractor. What kind of mother? Yes, where it was here. Maybe I forgot. But no. Difference in the lives of other people. It seems to me there wasn't. I guess she wanted to... Yes, so you see, all three primitive, easy to discern distractors, nothing special. We proudly take this one, and I'm sure it is the correct one. Yes. So you see, friends, we have practiced 3 real texts from Duolingo, from select the main idea. I think if you didn't see real questions before, apart from the practice test, of course, you will say that nothing special is, there is nothing special, and I agree with you. In this question, Duolingo doesn't differ much from IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, any other test. So this task is not very creative on them. They have instituted it, I don't remember, 1 year ago, 1.5. So initially Duolingo was so original, so exquisite, but now of course they are adding more and more common stuff, common to a lot of tests, and I wouldn't say that I'm so happy about it, but for us it doesn't matter. Yeah? Our idea, our goal and target is just to pass the test, to get your 110, 20, 30, how much you want, to get your education or a visa or something, and rejoice in the exuberance of your happiness. Yes. Okay, my friends, I love you, wish you success at Duolingo. If you need real, serious, urgent assistance within 1 month or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something, to have several, like 10 or 5 or 15 private lessons online, you're welcome to drop me a line. I always place my WhatsApp and Viber and other types of messengers number, my telephone number in the description to this video, so I will be happy to recommend you something. Okay, my dear friends, see you in our next lesson.